Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to this other edition of your program Spotlight on Gwendy Media TV. It's Saturday and it's so amazing. The sun is so bright out here where I am. I don't know where you are. As you tune in, just let me know where you're watching us from. Share the videos, send in your comments for our guest. We have an amazing guest in the house, guys. My whole body is pumped up. You know what? My juices are flowing so high because he's not only handsome, he is a very strong personality. If you don't know who I'm talking about, his name is Sir Agbor Gilbert Ebot. Et je vais dire ça, attention, Sir, parce que he just received an award for merit for his work in, promoting the Cameroon film industry and also, being the founder of one of the most amazing film organizations known as CAMIFF, which is the Cameroon International Film Festival. He's one of the people who, has brought the Cameroonian film industry to the limelight, talking about introducing the Cameroon film industry to the world. Guys, there's so much we're going to be talking about on the program today. But right now, I want us to listen to some music because today is a good day and a lot of people are celebrating their birthdays. I want us to have a wonderful time today on the program, and so I want us to start the music right now with this wonderful, beautiful song by Andy Jemeya and Dino Flo. The title is Happy Birthday, and I just want to say happy birthday to my little niece Chloe Kacha, and I also want to say happy birthday to Mami. If you know somebody who is celebrating their birthday today, let me know. Hey, tout le monde à la maison, levez-vous, on va danser comme ça avec tous les gens qui célèbrent leur anniversaire aujourd'hui. Bienvenue sur Gwendy Media TV. Vous êtes sur Spotlight. Let's enjoy some music. Tout le monde est beau. Yay! Woo! Yeah. Bonjour, à la piste. Levez-vous et dansez, allez. Hey. L'ambiance est chaude. Happy birthday. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Spotlight on Gwendy Media TV. I was just saying happy birthday to all those who are celebrating today. As you tune in, share the video and especially send in your questions for our guest on the program today. Now, without wasting much time, guys, let's jump into the juice. Let me bring on the guy who is the king on our set today. His name is Sir Agbor Gilbert Ebot. So for all of you who may not know him, he is a Cameroonian producer and the creator and founder, the CEO of the Cameroon International Film Festival, CAMIFF. We're going to be talking about everything, guys, from movies to relationships to rumors to all the juicy stuffs, guys. He is always looking so handsome and smiling as if he cannot do anything, but hey, let's bring him on. Woo!
So you think that I can do something? What can I do?
You be smiling, person way. Look at how innocent you look, Masa. You just look good. Welcome to Spotlight.
You cannot make me to become shy. I deny.
I cannot make you to become shy.
Why should I shy?
Why shall you shy? So Agbor Gilbert Ebot, I've already given like a whole description of you. Thank you all for tuning in. I see Cyril and Ter. Yes. Cyril, my brother, what's up? How you doing? I see Stephen Gang watching. I see Fatima Tubiwa. Hey, so Sir AGE, welcome to Spotlight. How you feeling today? How you day?
I did fine, my dear sister. I'm always active and active, but a little bit sad. I lost a friend, colleague, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
Who was giving the Black Americans or the African American a face in the Hollywood movie Black. So the world has actually missed one talented, good-hearted human being.
That's true. That's true. Very, very true. So, hey, I know that I've already kind of introduced you to everybody who is joining the show right now, but I want you to say it in your own words. Like, who is this person that we have the honor to talk to today? Can you introduce yourself to those maybe who've not had the opportunity of meeting you?
Well, my name is Agbor Gilbert Ebot. I'm from I normally don't like to identify myself as an Anglophone, but I would say I'm a Southern Cameroonian from Cameroon. Okay? Because there are two different things. An Anglophone is somebody who speaks English. So they are Francophones who speak English, who claim to be Anglophone, but I'm a Southern Cameroonian from Cameroon. Okay? I am a film producer by trade.
Okay.
Yes, I was born in Tico.
Okay.
I grew up in Mamfe, Tico, and Calabar, Lagos, where I happened to practice the craft of filmmaking under the tutorship of Fred Amata, who is a popular and renowned filmmaker in Nigeria.
Okay.
And, after acquiring the little knowledge I could get, I thought that it was more important to come back home, come back to Cameroon, and try as much as possible to bring this opportunity to other Cameroonians so we can share our experiences and our challenges. We can create the film industry and promote the film sector where we can also create employment for ourselves and the young generation of Cameroonians. So I did my first film before the sunrise.
Yeah.
Then later on, I did The Blue Kingdom, a movie I was trying to address the issue of female genital mutilation.
Yeah, that was a big one in Cameroon, really.
Yeah, which is common in my community.
Okay.
And then did my movie Before the Sunrise was during when Cameroon was fighting the war with Nigeria over the Pacific Peninsula.
See,
Yeah, so I brought two families together who are rivals and love how to bring their children together and love how to try to pull the two families together. So then I did Land of Shadow with Jim Ike and Zakoji. Later on, I did the Poison. Then my last film is entitled Far. Since I did that movie, I've released the movie only on African Magic and on Europe TV. So TV sales today are really not something like that used to be trending. So it's a very cumbersome and challenging on how to recruit what investors. So the movie has not been in circulation for the layman to grab a copy.
Wow. Yes. So yeah, you've told us a little bit about how you got into movies and stuff like that. Was it because you came from a family where there was some kind of cinema? Because I know Cameroon is still like growing in this domain. Like, what got you into movies? Like, what got you interested in movies and production?
Well, I believe I'm a strong believer, and someone who believes strongly in God. I think God has designed our lives already. God does not make mistakes. I got into filmmaking by frustration. Yes. So I will say that the career was calling. It was an accident that I met Fred Amata, Jet Amata, Rita Dominic, Olu Jacob in Calabar. They were shooting a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and that is how I got close to Fred. That is how I left Calabar and I moved to Lagos. And I continue from there. It was a very difficult process for me, knowing that you want to do this thing so bad, but at the end of the day, you cannot really do it, not because you lack of experience. But filmmaking requires a lot of money. So at that time, I didn't even have a sponsor. I didn't even have a business to be able to do film. But I got into filmmaking out of frustration. And today, I will not say there's anything better that in my life than being a filmmaker.
Oh wow! So you've been talking about, you talked about the fact that it was not easy. Like, how did the break come about? Like, yes, you went to Nigeria to find yourself, you got into training and all whatnot. Like, how did you find the break? You know, to meet all these big names, because look at the person that you got in contact with and started working with. Fred and Martha, these are some of the biggest names that we've heard in not only Nigerian cinema but African cinema in general. So how did that break come about? Like, if you use now which kind of style man, now to be happen, how you that happen?
Well, I went on the scene. I started as a production assistant, where production assistant to go buy pure water. Now you carry
that's the best role actually.
So you go and when the production come, I'm the one who go and carry the materials down. I'm the one who go and buy pure water. I'm the one that will send to go and do this. So that's what it is. I started from the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
And I gradually kept pushing. You understand? But I had a vision. My vision was more geared towards bringing this experience back to Cameroon.
Okay.
Yeah, so the breakthrough came after before the sunrise. Everything that happened between Nigeria, those were just the means to the end.
Right.
You know,
you were taking baby steps, but you had this big vision of taking this project to Cameroon and making the Cameroon film industry big. Yeah, because I think that the Cameroon film industry was already somewhere, but it was struggling. And I know that a couple of other people like Cyril Akonte and Wendy, I believe, brought in some other foreigners, Nigerians precisely, you know, to come and, you know, act in Cameroon. And then you came and then you brought another fleet of artists. It actually, you changed the game when you came. I mean, I'm not trying to hurt anybody out there, but the truth is, Agbor Gilbert Ebot stepped into this game. You stepped into the Cameroon film industry and something changed. What do you believe was that thing that you brought into the Cameroon film industry that has made a difference today and that is still making a difference?
Well, I think what happened was I kept preaching unity. I kept preaching the need for us to come together.
Right.
And the need for us to structure. Because at that time, most people had their production houses. Yes, they say they have Splash Network.
Yeah, Splash Networks. Yes,
you have Sabok Production. So all these people, what they do is they register people under their production houses, and the people come and register and pay registration.
Okay.
Coming from Nigeria, I knew that you don't register an actor in a production house. An actor or producer or an director is in a guild. So I started.
Okay.
So I started telling them that we need to support the film industry. And we need to do the guild. So we had a meeting in Valencia. I traveled with Section before and Sue Josh. We went to Lagos. We met the Actors Guild of Nigeria. At that time was Zach Oji. We met the president of Zulu Okafu. So we got all the information, all the that we needed to structure. So in 2008 was the time we had the first assembly of the Cameroon film industry. We invited everybody, including our Francophone brothers. Everybody was invited. Shameful enough, in Yaoundé, there's a Francophone guy called Agbor. He told me that vous les anglophones, vous pouvez aller faire vos choses. Nous, on a déjà notre syndicat.
Right. Yeah. So like a syndicate, yeah.
Yeah, so when he said that, we took it as okay, no problem. We went to that meeting. One weekend was actually appointed as the president of the caretaker committee of the Cameroonian Film and I kept trying to fuse the gap between filmmakers who are producing in the northwest, who are producing in the southwest, and those in Yaoundé. So we started inviting actors from Yaoundé, actors from Babinda,
to work together. To work together.
So I don't just focus on doing a film, marketing, actors and actresses play in market, and so that's how we kept it. Yes.
Wow. I would say that you've really done like a lot. Like that was really like amazing. It was a difficult terrain, but you decided to dive in, and I'm sure that you met so much like so much backlogs. You probably met a lot of walls, like a lot of people were putting
people like my good friend who had this calling me. You had Ashil Breeze, you had Penjo Peter, you had a lot of people. So people believe that they will never be part of CFI, or they're not going to be part of CFI, or they don't think that it's good enough or structured enough for them to be part of it. Those people are always going to be there. When you look at the other side, you have Francophones like Basset Bakobio, Remy Atangana, all the major filmmakers, Jean Picono, who vehemently refused to be part of what we were trying to structure. You understand? So we had those backlashes there and there, but those are just for us. The train was already in motion. If you come in good, you come in good. So we just kept moving.
What's the thing that made you to keep forging ahead? Because you know what, whenever you have a big project like that, when you meet such roadblocks in front of you, like maybe you're not getting the support that you want from, some of the people who've already been there, who've established a name for themselves and for the industry, you might get discouraged. What was that thing that kept you going, and why did you keep fighting for this?
The thing that kept me going was the young individuals I met along the way.
Okay.
Yeah, young individuals I met along the way. I think they have more potential than I do.
Do you have another device on? Because we're getting like a double sound.
Somebody's trying to call my phone. I don't know who's doing that, but I guess somebody was trying to call me. Is it okay now?
You know how people are funny. They'll see you live on broadcast, on the broadcast, and they start calling your phone. Please, guys, just call later, send a text. Yeah.
So for individuals like Jeffrey Epule, like Tifo Valerie, like Agama Laura. You see, these are young creative minds. You see, when I did the movie Before the Sunrise, you recognize people like Lino Love, popularly known as Papi.
Oh, yes.
You understand? Ivan Name, all of these people, these are the reasons I kept pushing. These are the reasons I kept trying. And I think I don't regret my efforts to actually promote the social cultural identity of the Cameroonian people through this powerful medium of cinema. I don't regret it. I'm thankful to God. I give him all the glory and praise, because through film has been a bridge in my life that I've got across all class of people.
Do you think it would have been possible? Do you think that it would have been possible? Can you hear me all right? Do you think it would have been possible to build, this Cameroon film industry if you had not maybe sorted support from, our neighbors, some others who have already been in the game, like the Nigerians and the Ghanaians who have come to act in Cameroon today, do you think it would have still been the same? Or was it necessary to start from there?
Well, I think Cameroonians of English of the English background, because there are two systems of filmmaking. There is the business filmmaking, and then
Your
there is
volume is a little low. I don't know why.
Really? You see, it's because somebody called me. I don't even know how to adjust this thing now. It's gonna frustrate me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was saying is there are two systems of filmmaking. There's a francophone system of filmmaking, which is meant to promote the French francophone identity, whereby they depend more on funding. So you do your script, you take it to Coopération Française, you take it to Institut Goethe, or you take it to Institut Française, you take it to the French embassy, to the Ministry of Culture, they give you the money for you to do your film. Okay? And then there is that system, which is the Anglo-Saxon system, which is purely business. So for the business part of it, it was more important for us to look at where we can get a wider audience and market and distribution. And at that time, Nigeria had already streamlined and structured a perfect distribution network for itself. Okay. And Ghana was also doing good, like Tanzania, like South Africa. Most of these countries were actually doing so well to promote their identity as a people. And film was the perfect tool they used to actually promote. Today, you will talk about Ghana fashion industry. Ghanaian music are so popular. You talk about Nigerian music industry, Nigerian bloggers, Nigerian film industry. When the film industry was growing, before the internet became very strong, we had what you call Hints magazine. It was like amongst youth and
your volume is going down. I don't know why. Just try to check it again. Just see if we can add your volume. I don't know. Guys, please stop calling. It's live on the show right now.
I don't know how to do this. Is it okay now?
All right. You know what? Let's take a musical interlude, and then we'll just take a musical interlude. It's not going to be then when we come back, we would just so that you can maybe try to adjust a little bit. Can you guys hear us all right? Let me know if you guys can hear us okay. That'll be fine. I just saw the Queen Naomi, the Queen of Bamenda watching just right now. Let's take a short musical interlude while Agbor Gilbert resets his microphone. Guys, there's going to be so much. We're talking about the movie Cameroon film industry. We're digging into it. Every single thing we will talk about it today. Let's take a musical break. I'll see you just behind. We'll listen to this beautiful song Back Bay by Cameroonian musician, award-winning artist. Okay, hey, welcome back, guys. If you're just tuning in, share the video. We need more people joining. We are talking about the Cameroon film industry today, and we have a great guest in the house. He is the CEO and founder of the Cameroon International Film Festival, Sir Agbor Gilbert Ebot. He's an award-winning producer, and he also recently received the Knight of Honor Medal given by the Cameroonian President of the Republic through the Ministry of Culture. Guys, we want to be on the show because we're going to be talking all about the Cameroon film industry. There's so many discrepancies going on. There's so much beef going on between their teams, and there's just so much going on. And we're going to be breaking all that today on the program with our guest, Agbor Gilbert Ebot. Welcome back.
Well, thank you, Mama. I don't know, please, anybody.
Your volume is good now.
Anybody who's calling, just call me in the next how many minutes when will give me.
Yeah, we'll be done. Just give us 30 minutes more and we'll be done. And you can take him, but not will handle him.
I've been taken hostage by this woman, so please.
Just 1 hour. Just 1 hour. All the viewers who are here were here. We want to know everything about the Cameroon film industry. Wow. I just want to say congratulations. I see you got this man. How are you? I love this guy. Your talent is so amazing, so fresh. Stephen Gang says that they hear you okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you so much, guys, for the feedback. Share the video. Let's have more people joining in. And let me know where you're watching from, okay? So that I can say hello to you. What's the weather like over there? All right.
Okay.
So like I said, our guest is Cameroon International Film Festival creator, CEO, and founder. He has successfully, created a number of editions and made Cameroon become that recognized film industry today. We're so proud. Thank you, our Amy Bride, for joining. I see you, darling. Welcome. So, Sir AGE, we're talking about, we've talked a little bit about, how you got into this business of production and movies and some of the movies that you've had to produce while you kept pushing and finally created the Cameroon International Film Festival. Your collaboration with so many of our Nigerian and Ghanaian and other cinema lovers and actors from other countries. Now, I want us to talk about the Cameroon Actors Guild. Like, a lot of people are confused. What is the Cameroon Actors Guild? What's the Actors Guild, and does one exist? Is there an Actors Guild? What are the conditions for people to belong to this Actors Guild? Because there's been a lot of back and forth. Like, people are not so sure. They're like, oh, it's a group thing, it's a gang thing. Like, people have their own, like different groups and stuff like that. Please clarify us on this.
Okay. There is, first of all, let me give some clarity here. There is a Cameroon film industry.
Okay.
The Cameroon film industry is made up of 6 active guilds.
Okay.
The one that you were asking me is the Actors Guild, which is National Actors Guild of Cameroon, NACAM. The National Actors Guild of Cameroon, you see that they call again. These people not believe and make I do this show.
Somebody is calling again. Oh my God. Please, guys, can you call later on?
When they see you live, then they start calling.
They don't know what they're doing. Maybe not from place to do. Maybe there's some money that's so much they have to spend.
The volume is still not bad this time, though. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a National Actors Guild of Cameroon.
The
National Cameroon assemble actors together. It's a platform that brings actors together. And actors get to register to be part of the National Actors Guild of Cameroon. Then there's the Producers Guild of Cameroon, which also brings all the film producers together. Now, the criteria to become a member of the Producers Guild is what I can explain to you because I am a producer. Okay, cool. I know that you must have produced at least 2 films, and one of the films must have been in the distribution. So you understand exactly what it means to produce a film and what it means to distribute a film. Because you cannot come and say you're a producer when you never produce a film, and if you are sharing ideas and the difficulties and challenges you are facing as producers, you might not even understand what we are talking about, so you'll just be lost or you'll just be causing confusion when those deliberations are going on. So you must produce a film and you must have a film that is in distribution because it's a very difficult task.
Okay.
Then there's a technician guild.
Okay.
There's the Marketers Guild. The Marketers Guild is meant to actually go out and liaise with other
and sell and market the film
across, and then where the Cameroon film industry can benefit from.
Right.
And then there is a Scriptwriters Guild also. Yeah. So these are the 6 guilds that makes the Cameroon film industry. So for you to be a member of the National Actors Guild, you have to contact the president of the National Actors Guild, and then they will give you the criteria of which it will take you to be part of the National Actors Guild. And yes, there is a National Actors Guild. It's called NACAM. And I think the president is Mr. Takum Fred, and the vice is Ayok Tambi, if I remember well. Yes.
Okay. Now there was this I remember the last time they had an election, they are voted into office, correct?
The what?
Are they voted into office or they are just chosen?
Yes, they are voted into office during the National Assembly because we have the National Assembly every year. where all the guilds, they come together, because the guilds have different agendas. So during the National Assembly, all the guilds, they come together, they discuss way forwards and the difficulties and the challenges facing the industry. Let the actors, they understand. Because the actors are beginning to charge a lot of money. So if they are charging a lot of money, we the producer need to explain to them how difficult the market is for them to tone down of their expectations. Because these days they want to come on set with their manager. They want to come on set with their
PA, personal
two
assistant
rooms for either their PA or their manager. They want their fees. They want their fees paid 100% before they come on set. You know, so the wahala just too much. So we have to.
In fact, this thing is getting interesting. That are you feeling this heat that is coming on? Like, sir, Agbor Gilbert Ebot, small. We go hear all things today concerning this whole Cameroon film industry. You talk about the fact that some actors are charging a lot. Like, are they not supposed to charge a lot, or wait till it happen? Like, why? Wait till they go on? Just clarify a little bit on that side.
Well, you see, when the demand is huge, that means business is good.
Yes.
So government, in a government setting, government can also now add little tax on those products. Yeah. But when economic crisis hits, you see, government will also try to reduce the cost, those taxes. So the actors, they need to understand, like, formally, Gwendolyn, you know, when I did Before the Sunrise, you go to America, you sell your film American rights. There used to be Executive Image, Sanga Movie, Franco Film, all these guys used to distribute films in America. And you can sell your film up to $10,000, $20,000. And in England, you can sell England rights and Europe rights. But after the introduction of Iroko TV came with an idea and a concept of domination, which has completely destroyed the African cinema, as we know. Because right now, people dump their movies on YouTube. You go to America and England and other places, nobody will want to even buy the film, because you go on YouTube, the films are there to watch for free. Exactly. And they have this doctrine that they are giving to people, like, oh, if you put your film on YouTube, Google is going to attach advert to the film
and pay
for you to be able to.
But they fail to understand that even being on YouTube, you need, like, for you to have a YouTube channel is okay, but you still need at least 4,000 watch hours. 4,000 watch hours before you can get a dime from YouTube.
And even the advert that they are talking about, if you don't watch the advert to the end, Google does not pay you.
You don't get nothing.
Yeah, so it's a bad doctrine, and it's a
mentality thing. Like,
it's a campaign that has eaten up the minds of the diaspora today, that when they ask you that, how can we get your film, they will prefer to want to go to watch the film on YouTube, and they're watching it for free.
For free, you understand?
But when you look at platforms like Iroko TV, like today, Netflix. Netflix is one of those platforms that will buy your film and pay you upfront. But so far, we've not been able to get a single Cameroonian film yet on Netflix. We are still working on that. We are trying to.
Yeah, I was just going to come to the Netflix, right? We're seeing our neighbors and neighboring African countries, movie industries getting their movies on Netflix. Do you think, based on your assets as a producer who's been in this game for a long time, do you think Cameroon is ready? Are our movies ready for a market like Netflix?
Our films have been ready for a market like Netflix long time ago. You understand? But the problem here is Netflix is a platform that needs to make money, and it's all about numbers.
Right.
Majority of our actors don't have a good following on social media.
Yeah.
You understand? So Netflix is all about numbers. So when Netflix go and say, okay, who's featuring in this film? And you say, okay, in this film, there is a Kanyan Kwine, for example.
Yeah.
And then they go and they search Kanyan Kwine, and they don't see Kanyan Kwine hitting up to 500,000 followers, even on Instagram or on Facebook. they start looking at it like, no, it's not
like they're not going to really be able to sell because you're not bringing in your own people, right?
So, like you see now, if you do a movie in Cameroon and you cast somebody like Daphne, for example,
right,
they're going to pay attention because Daphne has 1 million+ followers.
Exactly. Yeah,
you understand?
1.4 million as of today.
And then now, the only problem that we have in Cameroon is the fact that we come from a country that's bilingual, which is supposed to be a very big advantage. Which today is a very, very big disadvantage. Because Cameroon has been francophonized, which means, and if you let me, I will explain. When it comes to the distribution, when it comes to Netflix and Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Toby, and all these platforms, when you go to Cameroon, for example, you want to watch Amazon Prime, Amazon will tell you you are on a wrong geographical position. Yes. When you want to watch Hulu, Hulu will say this content is not available on your current position.
Exactly.
But immediately you get to Ekok. Ekok is a neighboring town with Nigeria. You cross over the border.
You get it there.
You get access. Because these are Anglo-Saxon platforms, which are
closer to the west.
No, which are covered by the copyright corporation, which they are also protected by common law and the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Cameroon is operating more under the Francophone system and is protected by Okatak, which is in Gabon, and protected by the civil law. So for these platforms to be able to start buying Cameroonian films and putting on their platforms, they need to go through Okapak to get clearance from France to actually get the rights to broadcast. It's not just Cameroonian films.
Such a long process.
Have you films on Burkina Faso and films on Senegal on that platform? Not yet. But we were supposed to benefit from that because we are not Francophones and we will never be Francophones. That to get to the mind, to the head of every Francophone in Yaoundé. We will never be Francophonized. They should forget that nonsense. It's never going to happen. You understand? Me, I will never do a film in French. I don't care whatever they want to say because there's nothing for me to benefit in a Francophone market. The only structure that can buy your film in French, Francophone, is Code West. And Code West, they scam. They are thieves. When they take your movie, all they do is they take the movie and put it on other platforms and then they call you to give you money. But when you go on
send in your questions, guys. Yes, send your questions. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
When you go on all the Anglo-Saxon platforms and content buyers, like African Magic, like Iroko, like Netflix, they buy your movie and pay you upfront, and you go. You understand? So we are not actually sleeping. We are working night and day.
Yeah.
We're working night and day to get our films on Netflix.
Movies are going on bigger platforms. We have a lot of movies that are really making waves out here. We see a lot of awards coming out, you know, from our amazing actors and producers. It tells that something is happening there. The world is starting to realize that the Cameroon film industry exists and that they actually have some good work and good stuff going on. Now, Sir AG, I want us to talk about the umbrella. You talked about Cameroon film industry, but I've heard about Hollywood, I've heard about Camwood, I've heard about all kinds of woods. Like, I don't really know. Like, I just want you to like clarify us here as somebody who's been in the industry for a long time. Like, which is that umbrella under which we can say the Cameroon film industry is? Which of these organizations?
Well, Hollywood belongs to a guy who lives in Maryland called Eric Tan.
Okay.
It's his production house. Okay.
Is that for those who are in America or
no? It's his production house. I own his production. He owns Hollywood. Is the name of his production house.
Okay. All right.
Has nothing to do with the industry.
House, just like AGE.
Camwood belongs to Akim Macaulay. He has nothing to do with the general film industry. It is somebody's property.
Okay.
Camille Wood. There's another one called Camille Wood.
Yes.
Which belongs to this guy in Los Angeles, Bertini.
Okay,
So they have the right to create their film, their production houses in with whichever name they want to create. But in 2008, while Musin Ken was the president of the caretaker committee of the Cameroon film industry, Paul Obasere, Jim Ike, Izu Azubike, Ngozi Nkebako, they came for FENAC in Marwa at Hotel Mizao. That was when we officially launched the Cameroon film industry with the presence of BBC, RFE, and we brought in. That was when we tried to introduce Hollywood. You understand? Which later on, the whole General Assembly said they should just call it Cameroon Film Industry.
Okay, so the real umbrella organization under which Cameroonian entertainers, movie makers, producers, it's Cameroon Film Industry. That's the recognized one.
Yes, abbreviated CFI.
CFI. Okay, let's talk about CAMIFF. Good things, juicy things coming up, man. Let's talk about CAMIFF. How was CAMIFF born? Why? Why did you decide to come up with an organization called
asking me a question that as an award-winning producer, how do I deal with piracy? Even in America, there's books. Even in America, that question entered right from my nerves. So, even in America,
what's that?
Yeah, even in America, there's what they call bootlegging. And the bootlegging is not something.
Let's talk about CAMIFF. How was CAMIFF born? Why did you create an organization called Cameroon International Film Festival? And how has the journey been so far? So, not 3 questions and that you want. Just answer it in any order that you prefer to.
Okay. When I have been to so many festivals.
Yeah.
And I've been privileged to win my own award in some of those festivals. But I looked at it carefully and saw that what we need in Cameroon is not the talent, because the talent is there. The conviction is there. The will is there. What we need in Cameroon is a market. Who will buy this product after it is being produced?
Yeah.
So how do I attract content buyer? Because you come to Cameroon, there is a crown one. A crown one is created by Mr. Basek Bakobio, which is a very good event. But a crown one attracts content buyers of French background.
Right.
Like Davidson, Apple's, all those Francophone channels.
Right.
But we are not Francophone. So how do we get African Magic and the other people to start buying Cameroonian films?
Right.
We needed a platform where they will know that we, Cameroonians of the Anglo-Saxon background, we are doing films that reflects the creativity of the Anglo-Saxon origin.
Yeah.
So now, in 2013, I went to Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
And while at the Cannes Film Festival, I realized that there was Cameroon film industry was not registered at the Cannes Film Festival like every other industry, including Hollywood.
Wow.
I realized that we were not a member of the Finando community, and committee. So whatever was happening at the Cannes Film Festival was just happening disorganized in a disorganized manner. So we started pushing for the Cameroon film industry to be registered at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
So I came back to Cameroon and we traveled to Afrique, the African International Film Festival in Calabar. So while there, my brother and friend, Mr. Ramsey Noah, said, Gilbert, everywhere you go, you want to go with your Cameroonian people. You want to push for them to be interviewed. You want them to be recognized. Because I went with Yijika Solange, Ojon Solange, Lucy Member, Quinta Eyongashu, Amusin Derrick, Alasambo Minchi, myself, and
Sir AG. I do salute you because your memory is intact. In fact, you have been calling names, calling everything out the way that it is. I do want to salute you for that. Continue. I do not want to cut you short, but I say I just salute you for that work.
So when we arrived Calabar, Ramsey told me that I needed to meet Wangimba Uzo. Madam Wangimba Uzo is the head of African Magic. So when I met her, she said, okay, African Magic can come to Cameroon, but it can only come through an invitation from maybe the industry or a festival. Right. Then Ramsey was like, why don't you create a festival in Cameroon? I said, I didn't even know how to go about it. Okay. So Choma Ude and Ike, who are the organizers of Africa, they said, Gilbert, we can help you. You know, if something you want to do, we're a family, we can help. So that's how I started the journey of CAMIFF in 2013. So we kept working, kept pushing, kept strategizing. I kept traveling. I went to Sundance. I went to Pespaco. I went to all these festivals to actually gather data on how we can
to see what's going on and then be able to
and see how we can do CAMIFF.
Yeah.
So in 2016, we did the first edition of CAMIFF, the Cameroonian International Film Festival.
Wow.
And Ramsey now kept his promise that he was going to promote the festival to the best of his ability for it to speak of. He came to Yaoundé for the nomination party that we had at Jega Palace. Thereafter, we had people like Natalie Kowa who came in, people who have a huge audience as socialites, whom we were trying to actually introduce into the film sector. You know, we had a lot of attention. Then when we launched the festival, Filmscape coming. You know, the first edition of CAMIFF, we actually had about 1,000+ films from across the world.
No, it was big. It was big. The news was like, woo! It was. I mean, for the first time, we saw our Cameroonian entertainers, our movie actors and cinema people dressed up nicely. It actually looked like something was starting to happen. It was such a big and beautiful event. I'll tell you, it warmed the hearts of all Cameroonians all over the world, and I'll say congrats for that.
Thank you. So now the whole cinema family across the world welcomed the idea of CAMIFF, and we did the selections properly with Mr. Billy Bob, who's the head of the commission for selection, and you have most of us who sacrifice ourselves to run CAMIFF. By the virtue of the fact that we are running CAMIFF, we have already been crucified that our films can never go on competition at CAMIFF.
Oh my God! Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because imagine that I produce a film and I put the film in competition in CAMIFF, and then the film win an award. They'll say it's because it's about the festival. That's why it's giving itself an award. So we kept pushing. We kept pushing. And then African Magic came. They actually came. They organized an African Magic night. And they announced officially that African Magic from now henceforth is going to be receiving Cameroonian films. And it's going to be showing Cameroonian films. And it's going to be buying Cameroonian films. You understand? Yeah. And then the next year we had Forever. We've been trying to bring other content buyers. We've been attracting, we invited Amazon. We have a partnership with the University of Patla. Even though we invite Seattle TV, they reply us in June when CAMIFF was in April.
Oh my God.
So
what do you think was the problem? What do you think was the cause of that delay?
Because most people who are working in Seattle TV have something wrong with their brains.
What are you talking about? You cost my house.
Forget about that story. There are so many incompetent people in that Seattle team.
Well, okay. Trouble there. So, AG, there's one thing that I like about you. You tell it like this. You know, fair face. You talk your team as a day. Anybody like me, As an
It is our tax money.
Manigo.
It is our tax money that they get salary. So they are answerable to us. We're not answerable to them. And me, I'm not somebody who's running after CRC anymore, because if they like, they come. They like, they don't come. We are going to do it.
That's true. That's true. NS Kanjo, big bro. So AG, Agbor Gilbert, everybody knows him, that his mouth. Hey, if Agbor Gilbert stand on their case, you're in trouble. That's big brother NS Kanjo for the founder of Apex Radio. I'm sure you know him, Sir AG.
That's the only man who actually single-handedly promoted the film industry and the entertainment industry as a whole before he left for the US. Among Film Magazine was the only platform that highlighted from the lowest entertainer to the highest entertainer. Most people became relevant through Amongst You. Most people became recognized through Amongst You. When Ernest Sango left Cameroon, Amongst You died. Jean Saint-Puissant Jean died. Yeah. So you see that the genuine focus of creativity and the push to take the social-cultural identity of the Cameroonian people to another dimension is something that is embedded in us. You understand? But even though the industry and the entertainment has been monopolized by Cameroonians of the French Francophone expression, they do nothing but to destroy the industry. So that's
welcome, Bandolin. Yeah. Okay, so AG. Now we've had CAMIFF we had three editions of CAMIFF yet already.
We've had 3 editions. We did not do the 2019 edition because of the useless war that is going on in southern Cameroon.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. Because during the 10th edition, we started doing CAMIFF in 2016. That was the beginning of the crisis. So we summoned the courage to do 2016, 2017, 2018. 2019, the war was so useless that you could not bring international personalities into Boya, and you come and put them at risk. So we didn't do 2019. 2020, we applied 2020 and faced the odds and the challenge because there was need for us to do it. And coronavirus came with its own wild.
So I'm telling you, my brother, this COVID now. This COVID. I think if I can go COVID now. Trouble. So we have Bandolin Kiawe, who also has a channel. She talks about survival for COVID-19. She's asking this question. She wants to know, she's congratulating you for your work, and she's asking, do you think our industry is headed towards where you intended at the initial stage?
I think that the younger generation is going to do better than I did. It's been almost 6 years since I did a movie. And within these 6 years, I've been focusing on CAMIFF. But when I look at young filmmakers who are coming today, you see, like the movie Therapy, that is done by Emily. That's a beautiful film. Okay. Then like the movie The Fisherman's Diary. That's another beautiful film. Then when you watch the performance of Godi and Onyama Laura in the movie Saving Bango, then you realize that my efforts have not been in vain.
That movie, oh my gosh, that movie is something. And there's a new movie that has just come out, The Fisherman's Diary by Cam Quintus. The waves are already like hitting I saw just the trailer and I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is what we want to see. And I would say, if not of some of the efforts of some people like you, we would not be smiling today and hoping for better days. So, Sir AGE, let's talk about, the recent bill by the Ministry of Arts and Culture in Cameroon. As a filmmaker, as a producer, as the founder of the Cameroon International Film Festival, somebody who is putting his hand you know, like they say in French, quelqu'un qui met la main dans la pâte. You know, what do you think? What do you make of this? I know you don't mash your words, so what do you make of it?
It's a useless law.
Hey, serious?
It's a useless law. It will make no impact, and it's gonna die like that.
Hey, you know, but the thing is, when this bill was passed, I don't know if it has been passed finally now, but when the whole it was just made known to the public that there's going to be a bill like this, everybody started panicking because they're like, the industry is already struggling enough. They don't even have their rights. They don't even have nothing coming back. They don't have the support. They're not protected. And now they're asking them to start paying dues. Like, I don't know. Gwendolyn, your assessment.
Gwendolyn, I met Minister Bidumpa 2019 to talk to him about the upcoming Cameroon International Film Festival.
Yeah.
So while I was talking to him, he told me that, oh, he traveled to Burkina Faso for FESPACO. And there he realized that every industry that came was structured. And the Senegalese, that is what caught his attention, came as a Senegal Film Federation. So they wanted to create a film federation that every region in Cameroon has a representation. Then the 10 regions now will have what they call a federation, and then the head office is going to be in Yaoundé. You know, Cameroon. Everything must be in Yaoundé. If it's not in Yaoundé, then it's not correct. So I told him, I said, Mr. Minister,
Mr. Minister,
this idea of Cameroon Film Federation is good. It's not a bad thing. But your intention is what matters. Because there is the Cameroon film industry, abbreviated CFI, which has 6 active deals. You cannot just get up one morning and say you want to create every region to have a representation of the deals, and then that's not how it works. Yeah. And in no part of the world that I know, that simply because the film industry it exists, the head office must be in the capital city. And the head of the Nollywood is not in Washington, it's in Los Angeles.
Right.
Nigeria, Nollywood is not in Abuja, it's in Lagos.
Yeah.
India, the Bollywood is not in New Delhi, it's in Mumbai.
Right.
You come to Accra, Ghana film industry is not in Accra, it's in Kumasi.
Wow.
So this idea of everything must come to Yaoundé. For me, it is one thing. The Francophones want to destabilize what the Anglophones have worked for over 15 years to build, which is the Cameroon film industry. Nothing more, nothing less.
Do you think that it's a cultural thing, though? Is it maybe because they are trying to have a structure where they can control? Or do you think
there is nothing like a structure? Basket Bakobio, Remy Atanana, they are the people who are behind this whole nonsense, which is for me, it's already there. Because we the Southern Cameroonians, we don't even pay attention to that rubbish that they call it a law. It's no law. It makes no sense. How can you tell me that I'm organizing CAMIFF? I should come and pay the government 600,000 to organize to get authorization to do CAMIFF, whereas the government is supposed to be the one to support the initiative I'm doing. Are you serious?
That's serious, man. That's serious. So, if you had an advice to give, maybe to the ministry or some of the the lawmakers who are behind this, what would you say should be the best way? Because you've had that experience of seeing how it's been done in other places. What would you say to them as a way forward, or a way to make it work in a better way?
Well, we should target, first of all, how to monetize the film industry. If we can monetize the film industry, and what I mean is people will invest money and be able to
welcome Don Judex.
Okay, then I know that Bidumpa has a good agenda. But as long as that is not done, then Bidumpa has nothing to offer.
So
he has nothing to offer. What has it to offer? He's a civil servant, he's a minister. He's answerable to me who pay taxes. So if Bidumba has nothing to offer, I should go and clap for him that the laws that he's trying to the laws that he's forcing make sense. It makes no sense.
Yes, so Lino Lovett, AGE Unfiltered.
It makes no sense. They have been calling me on all channels in Cameroon to come and talk about this law. I told them, I said, you don't want me to say what I will say. So just
I don't want my problem.
You understand? The law on cinema is a cook-up agenda by Francophone Cameroonians in the film sector to destroy the Cameroon film industry CFI. No more, no less. Hey. And for that reason, we will continue with Cameroon film industry CFI. They will continue with whatever disorganized system they have working for them in Yaoundé and voila, let them go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing is there no way to understand like a middle ground where both parties can benefit?
The middle ground was what we proposed to them during RECAN. We are going to federate the two systems. The Anglo-Saxon system, which is going to benefit from all the Anglophone content buyers and distribution networks. The Francophone system, which is going to benefit from Canal Horizon and all its distribution networks. And from the Cannes Film Festival, we can go to our Anglophone film festivals across the world. We don't need to go to Cannes Film Festival. I don't need to do a movie, and I must now dub the movie in French or subtitle it in French before I can be able to get a market. I don't do songs. I'm not a musician who wants to sing in French for the movie to go on Trace Africa. Yeah, I don't do that. I will not sell my identity as a bona fide, proud, Cameroonian to reduce myself to a mere tribe or a region of Southwest where you want to come on one day and say you are building some fake federation which has no base, which has anyway. Cabral Libi told them, do you know one of the most primitive laws, quote of those laws? He says that when we want to go and shoot a film in Douala or Yaoundé, we need to look for a partner whose production house is registered in Douala and Yaoundé, who's the Francophone. Because the Francophones don't understand the concept at which we use little money to do films. So they want to use now the trickery to benefit. Because this is something that Kenyan Kwan gave an opportunity to Bassett Bakobio with his movie Life Coin. He did a movie Life Coin and carried the movie and gave it to Bassett Bakobio as Bassett now put his name there, a Bassett Bakobio film and all that, which is stupid to me. But they saw them work and they thought they could use that as an agenda to actually benefit for where they don't read. This thing is so deep and emotional to me. I don't like to talk about it because there's so much bad faith in Cameroon.
Now, serious for that, because
they do it with so much impunity and evil.
Wow. So no way forward, no day. Like this is just a death trap.
Don't worry, there will be a way forward.
With you, of course. You're not letting go, right? You're not abandoning.
It might not be in my lifetime. I might not be alive to see it.
You're the captain of the ship, one of the captains of the ship. You can't let your people.
My people are not drowning. The good thing about Cameroon today is that my people are seeing. My people's eyes are open. My people are conscious. My people
I need people of aware. The movie producers and actors, guys. I need you here. Let's see your comments and your questions. What questions do you have for say AGE? So AGE, yes, we have we've seen you collaborating with so many other actors, movie producers, and people in the cinema business all around the world. What's been happening? Are you preparing a big project that we don't know about, or is it just a way of collaborating with people for better relationships and work?
You know me, I'm always looking at things from a bigger picture.
Because the people don't see you, the picture that the people that don't see you, hey, who say, hey, they don't can take me was the
a bigger picture.
They don't can take you from where.
There's always room for us to make it bigger and better.
So what are some of the big projects that we have? Just give us a little glimpse. Just
the big projects that we have, we are planning CAMIFF 2021, which is going to begin from the 19th of April to the 24th of April It's still going to be in Boya. It's still going to be at the Mountain Hotel. We are now official partners of Society Award. Society Award is a company that manufactures awards for Oscars, for BET, for Grammy. They are the ones that are officially organizing the award, forming the trophies for CAMIFF. So we have a lot that is coming up.
Oh my goodness. So are we supposed to say that money is coming, not just recognition, but money is coming alongside? So small time. What actor them producer they don't study pay them that kind paycheck the whole year about for Nollywood. Let me not go too far to Hollywood because at least Nollywood and
I think our actors are beginning to charge a lot of money now. When don't underestimate what they are charging. Don't underestimate what they are charging. The money that they are calling these days,
the money that they are calling these days.
And imagine if by the grace of God, Fisherman Diary or Therapy get into Netflix, they will just double the amount.
Hey, so what are we supposed to do? Are we not supposed to have some home prizes just considering the fact that things are not really there yet?
Well, like I told you, Gwen, it's a gradual process. You know, you cannot compare Hollywood and Cameroon film industry.
Yeah,
you cannot compare Nollywood and Cameroon film industry.
Of course,
you understand. Cameroon has cinemas before Nigeria. Okay, the culture of going to the cinema to sit and watch films, Cameroonians had that before Nigeria. But Nigeria is a country where people know how to prioritize what is Nigerian made.
Yeah.
You understand? So the cultures are different. You understand? I've been somewhere and I see a bus driver say, I beg go come. Make I buy film, make I go house, me and my family go watch. And then this guy was like, Joe, come make you go, Jerry, come go buy me beer. He said, I go buy you beer. What I go do with beer? Make I go watch film with my family. But in Cameroon, somebody will, rather than to buy a film for 1,000, you want to go to a bar to drink yourself to stupor.
And show the world that you have something in your pocket.
Yeah, the mentality is different.
Yeah.
You understand? Nigerians, they believe that it is now that so many Cameroonians are even getting to know about. You know, like one of my favorite artists today, okay, is Kosi. Then you have Fish. Then you have TZ Panchar. Then you have Daphne. You know, these are I listen mostly only to Cameroonian songs.
Yeah.
I listen only to Cameroonian songs. Then you have very laid down artists like Lesbi, you know, guys like Salatier who have done soundtrack for a lot of Cameroonian films. And there's a lot that is in the pipeline. Like I said, the younger generation is going to do better than me, Agbor Gilbert Ebot. And I just set the base. I lay down the foundation.
You're still a young generation, and you're still in the younger generation. You're only 35 or 36, so it's not like you're 150.
I don't try, mommy.
Yeah, it's small boy now.
I don't hustle. That feeling does.
You don't have to hustle.
So
if you had to say something, you know, to the Cameroonian entertainers, the filmmakers, and you know, just a word, an encouragement word, or word of advice, you know, on the way forward, what would that be?
Well, to the young generation of Cameroonians who are interested in filmmaking, it's a rough journey. It's not easy. Keep your focus straight. Try as much as possible to avoid using sex to intimidate the young upcoming actors, being a female and male. Keep your private life separate from your professional life. Don't mix the two. Filmmaking is very spiritual. By the time you harass a female sexually on your set, it will actually challenge her input on that set. And it will also cause jealousy from the other people who are participating on that project. Why did you choose that girl other than this other girl?
Yeah. So, Angie, I don't want to the topic that I've been trying to avoid. I don't want to talk say. So In Cameroon,
we can get our movie. Somebody's asking me, how do we get our films on Netflix? How do we get our films on Netflix? We are working on that, my dear. We have been trying to partner with Team One, who is a content provider to Netflix. We are working on that.
I see Apple Jeffrey. Yes, he just joined. Fine boy of peoples. He just joined right now. You're coming at the end of the program. Apple Jeffrey, Asha. I see. Jason Girani, he says AGE is king. So tell me, do we have that phenomenon? They call it in French phénomène canapé. Do we have that in the Cameroon film industry?
What does that mean?
Talking about it. That's why I just said let me just ask.
What does that mean? I'm not French. I'm a Southern Cameroonian. What does that mean?
I'm trying to get the right word. It's just like rendezvous. You say rendezvous in English, even though it's a French word. That's why I said opération canapé. Canapé means you got to lay your back on the ground, or I'm trying to find the right word. Can somebody help me out?
You lived in Cameroon before traveling to America. As beautiful as you are, I believe that most of the places you've gone to look for a job, they have actually asked you to actually meet them in a hotel room for them to give you a job. It's normal in every sector. So in the fashion industry, in the music industry, in the film industry, some people who have never had the opportunity to see a beautiful girl, when they see that beautiful girl and they know that, okay, we can seize this opportunity now to be able to sleep with this girl because she's in need, because she wants to do this, even in the banking sector, for you to get an appointment in a bank, even in every structure, people take advantage of people. So the film industry is not new.
Is it people do that you buy into? I know that you're a man of your words. You know, you shout out to you, Jeffrey. Thank you for joining.
When I've never had anything to do with any actress in my life, never.
I like it because even though you find boy, and even though people there have been rumors around that, so AGE, if you're a nice something, so AGE might, but I'm happy that you're clarifying that doubt today. So guys, this is not true. So AGE, the other palapala games, that he's a straightforward person. If you get a talent, you get a role, bang, that's it. Right?
Thank you.
So for 18 people that need to join, they can't have the last market because the other person last market that time now if Jeffrey don't join. So God, this man don't forget and these things. I think about God with I want to also joining right now. Man, how are you guys doing now? You guys are doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of all of you. Una welcome. Una welcome. So
my 1 hour is finished. Can I go?
We're almost finishing. We just have 2 minutes more. So Sir AGE, what would you want to say in your own words, like in your mind, like what is the way forward for the Cameroon film industry?
Well, the way forward for the Cameroon film industry is that those who think they have arrived should hold the hands of those who are growing. Those who think they have succeeded should actually try to assemble those who have not succeeded. Those who think they are trending should mix with those who are not trending, so they can also be a means of lifting those who are not trending also to start trending. We can only grow as a film industry when we think as a family. Individualism is not going to make the film industry. If you like, go in your wardrobe or you have 15,000 awards as an individual, it is just you. But when is an effort of collectivity, then the industry move forward. Because Cameroonians right now, mostly Southern Cameroonians now are so focused on individualistic tendency, where a group of people who want to say things, they are more popular than other people. They don't want to mix with the other people. They are more popular and more relevant. But you're relevant from somebody else's effort. You're relevant from somebody else's hard-earned money. Without that person going out to look for money to call you to come and act in that film, you will not be relevant. So you should not abuse the opportunities that are given to you for you to stand out, to think that you can run down the other people who are still yet to attain what you have achieved.
Okay.
Because
so you're actually talking about humility here, that people, no matter what you get, no matter what level you are,
the difference between
be humble.
Between favor and gift. They are two different things. So what I would pray is that first, my prayer for 2020, 2021, before we do CAMIFF, the useless war in our community should end.
It should end, oh my brother. You don't need it.
The film industry should unite back, and everybody should think in one direction. The useless law by Bidumpat should die a natural death.
Hey!
And we move forward.
Hey! Okay, Sir Adrian, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the program today, my brother. Hey, God, we have talked about so many things. If you've missed out, if you're just joining in right now, you need to go watch the program from the beginning, because you may have missed out on a lot. Sir AGE, Mia, thank you. How do you say thank you in your dialect? They talk thank you now for your country talk.
Thank you.
Wait, man. I know now for Bayangi.
I didn't go me a bit. Well, I love you. Bye.
All right, we're just gonna wish you all the best. And hey, we're here. Whenever there's something new coming up, all those projects you talked about, we'll be glad to talk about them and share them with everybody.
I want to give a shout out to the most beautiful. Shout out to beautiful Gwen. Shout out to Jeffrey Epule. Shout out to NS Kanjo. Shout out to Niba Godwin at 1-2. Shout out to my humble self, the fine boy, no people.
I like that. So shout out to all of you. I know you're no gay name. This is pure discrimination, but that's okay. No problem.
No worry. Next time I will go gay and name. Welcome.
Okay, but there's a girl that's giving you heart there, though. Even though you don't call no gay, they made us see good heart.
I don't want to go from gay names. I tomorrow. If actually just stop saying my girlfriend, no. I don't go here.
All right, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Sir AGE was our guest on the program today, and thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for staying on to the end. You guys have been so amazing, sharing the program, commenting. It's been vibey, it's been lovely, it's been amazing, and I just feel so excited. Next week, we're going to have an amazing lady on the platform. She is the CEO and founder of many caskets. I'm going to tell you all about it, but you don't want to miss out on the program next week. Jeffrey Paula, all of you, Niba Godwin, Godisma, all of you, I want you guys on the program. Just let me know of your availability. This is your house, okay? Spotlight is here for you. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go right now. I want us to have some music. How do you guys feel about dancing? Today not Saturday, man. At the same time, where you guys are, it might be a little bit too late. But there's this new song out in the market. It's called Joe by Fish. He's an amazing Cameroonian artist and Longe. I'm just going to put the music in the background and we just dance to end the show, okay? I love you guys. I don't even feel like going right now, but I have to go. So if the music is ready, Stefan is right there. Stefan has been the one helping us. He's been our sound engineer, and Lynn Pascal as well. Stefan Jerkan. If that song is ready, let's get it on. Enjoy. Woo! Enjoy it first. Everybody.